Other organizers or panelists on the line. When you are ready to begin the presentation, press the Start Broadcast button on the GoToWebinar control panel to allow all attendees to hear you.
Check, 1,
This
2, 1,
system will
2.
notify you once you begin
1,
your
2, 2.
broadcast. The attendees are in listen-only mode.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Can you guys hear me? I'm lagged out just a little bit here, but let me know. Just type in the chat if you can hear me. Happy Tuesday. I'm in a great mood right now. Hopefully that comes out in the presentation. And we're talking about video, which I freaking love, as you guys all know, but I'm pumped. Steve, what's up? Ruben, Cheyenne, hello, 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 hello. Everyone have a good weekend. Spend some time with some family. Nice. Mike can hear me. Cool, cool. Love it. Love it. Arlene says she had a great weekend. Glad to hear it. Barry says he can hear me. I'm glad you can hear me. What's up, Ruben? Cool. I'll give another 2 minutes and we'll jump right in because I have a lot of examples to cover today. And then also I'm going to be actually like showing you how to create videos live. And so we got a new office. As most of you don't know, if you don't, you should come follow us on Facebook, add me on Facebook, and you can kind of see it. But of course, we'll do like an official video and all that fun stuff. But one thing that we're focused on in this new space is doing everything live. You're going to see us do live streaming a ton in the office, our meetings, as much as we can kind of share with you to make your journey a little easier. We're going to do all that. So I'm pumped for that, including my teaching. So one thing I invested in is a giant ass smart board, right? So it's about 65, 70 inches. It's all touchscreen. But I'll be teaching like that. So when I'm actually building out campaigns, I'm going to do it like in front of you guys. Like you literally see me on camera and I'll be building. And I thought that would be a cool way to like teach. I thought it would just be easier to follow along. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on that? And we'll test it, right? If it's shitty, I won't do it anymore. But I think it'll be awesome. So just be right there, being able to look at you and say, look, drag and drop things. Like I'm pumped up for it. So I think it's going to change the way that we sell, and I think it'll be the way that a lot of companies sell. Ashley says live Madden games, 100%, 100%. You already know that's happening. Cool. So we'll jump in. Give me like another minute here for some other people. I got a good handful of you here. Cool, cool, cool. Ali, what's up, man? How are you? TV, the man, the myth. What's up, brother? Brian says Stephanie's doing her 2 classes this weekend for the California Chiropractic Association here in SD. Excited to see how many doctors want to run it. Oh man, she should close. She should close like a beast. She's the truth. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's jump into this. Anybody have any questions before we get started? Yeah, we're recording already. Who's excited for video? And who's not? Who's not that excited for video? Be honest. Who's excited for video and who's not? Cool. Got a handful really are. Someone says so. Now, this is a better question. Yeah, okay, so someone's honest. So they said nervous, and I think that's, that's okay to feel that way. Yeah, someone says I need this training bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, not a video freak, but I know it's necessary. Okay, yeah, I want to let everybody know here, and I'm going to be 1,000% straightforward and blunt with you because you need to hear it. If you're nervous to get on the video, and if you're kind of hesitant about the whole video thing, and if you're not doing it in your business, you will go out of business. And I say that with 100%. I don't want that to happen to you, but that's how much I believe in video right now and how much it's taking over. What Facebook's doing when we're talking to our reps, everything is going towards video content. So if your business doesn't have it, you will suffer and you will lose money. So this month right here is one of my favorites because I never get to teach about like the behind the scenes of video and all that. So there's a lot to go over. And so just come excited, ready to learn, and I'll, give 300%. Please ask a lot of questions. And even if you're nervous, it's okay. Just ask me. However I can help, I'll do that. So let's get into it. Last question for you guys. Is there anyone who is already a beast on video? Like you're doing a lot of video already and seeing the results? And why someone's typing, just be like, yes, I'm already doing a lot of video. Okay, cool. Good, just so I have an idea, because we have another project that we want to work on, and we may need other people who are really million videos. So let's just note it. I'm just writing it down in my notepad. Cool. All right. I'm ready to dive in. So let's do it. Billie Jean's Gene Pool video. Simple, affordable, and profitable. Simple, affordable, and profitable. We came up with that title like right now because I couldn't figure out what, like, something catchy to do it, but I just wanted to help everyone. And remember, listen, your videos don't need to be complicated. That's why I said simple there. And you don't have to spend a ton of money on them, and they're going to make you a bunch of money. Matter of fact, how many of you even will do business with a company? If you're searching for someone online and they don't have a video and it's a service, does it make you a little hesitant to work with them? Because to me, that's where I see it now. Like, if someone doesn't have a video where you can actually see them, etc., it's kind of like, are they real people? Right? Yeah, I feel the same way. So let's do it. Of course, follow me on Snapchat if you're not already. Shame on you. Do it, damn it. And let's do a quick recap. Persuasive writing, because you'll see some of these principles come back. So last month, the skill we focused on, how to persuade anyone to do anything using a keyboard, right? Knowing your audience, understanding their pain, their problems they're facing. Know where you're at in the relationship with them. Did you just meet them? Have they been with you for a while? Have they already purchased something from you? How much was the price of the product that they purchased, and are they ready for the next level of training, etc., right? Persuasive emails. I gave you a lot of emails. How many of you here have actually used those subject lines that we gave? So I don't know if you guys remember, but in the previous weeks, we actually gave you a list of like some of our best performing subject lines. Anybody have a chance to use them? And if not, cool. So at least as I do, have you seen some good results from it? But if not, I recommend that you do it. Even if your list is like of 50 people, right? That one cell can make a big difference. So Chris says you use more. Awesome. Cool. Next is the anatomy of persuasive advertisements. Make sure you leverage the exact copy that we have in there, right? Kind of make it your own, or just do that exactly. And then how many of you here were last week when Lead Pages came and spoke to us? We had Ryan from Lead Pages. So I think a lot of you got some stuff from that, like that. Yeah, a lot of people liked it. Cool. The guest that we have this week, I'm trying to lock it down, make it official, but you should be really excited. He's the man. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then Eric says, or Brian asked, the list is in the Gene Pool to download. Yeah, if you didn't get our subject lines, then you can definitely go back into the Gene Pool and just download them. They're right there. All right, so let's do this. The science of using video to advertise for your business. Tools. So some of you, if you've done like clicks, you may have seen some of the tools, but I'm going to go into a different layer of depth here. For those of you who are just talking with me about video for the first time, these tools right here is all you need to make videos. You don't need a bunch of fancy stuff. So I want to make sure that everybody has all of these tools. Now listen, if you don't have them, I am going to strongly recommend to all of you, that you get them today, like right after this call, and get it done, right? Like, this is your business. Like, I truly believe you're going to fail in the future if you don't have videos. So do this right away. Now let's break it down. Number one, who doesn't have a camera, like a Droid or an iPhone or something? Does anybody here not have one? That is all you need. Now, if you actually do like want to invest into like a camera, you can do that, and you can just go into Amazon and like check the reviews. But I'm going to be honest with you. For most of the videos that you guys are creating, and a lot of you are in the service industry, you do not need anything more than your cell phone. I'm going to say it again. You do not need anything more than your cell phone. For the first year when I was making videos, all I was doing was using the Droid that I'm using now. This is like an updated version of it, but nonetheless, it's nothing crazy. So use your cell phone, period. Number two, the lighting kit. This is actually something that you should buy. You should actually go out and buy a lighting kit. So they have, I think they're like $60 or something like that. But I think it's 100% actually worth making that investment and doing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull one up on Amazon just so I can show you a kit, like here live on this call, of what you guys should get. How many of you already have lights that you're using already? Does anybody have any recommendations? Let me see if I can actually show you the ones I'm using. Can you guys all see my screen right here? Does it show Amazon? Just type Amazon if you can see Amazon. Okay, let me actually find the ones we use. Studio lights. All right, let's type it in. Okay, yeah, I think straight up. No, that's the photography one. Here they are. So this is the one, I think that we have this one right here. So if you're looking right now, everybody note it. Super simple, all right? Limo Studio 700 watt photography software. Like, just screenshot this. Everybody write this down and screenshot it really quick, because this is the one you need. Christina says, I got those. Perfect. Look at it. It's 76 bucks. 76 bucks is it does cost money, but I've used the same lights for 3 years. 3 years I've used the same damn lights. So this is what it looks like. Nobody has any excuses. 76 bucks. Make the investment into yourself. There it is. Done. And I'm going to show you a real life example of what happens when you have crappy lighting, right? So cool. Some people already got these. I love it. Yeah, so good brand. It works. And one thing that I do when I'm shopping on Amazon, and for those of you who aren't familiar, but I think most of you are here in this group, I just look at the reviews. So when I sort by the number of stars, and you can see it's got a ton of 5 stars, and then I look at the reviews. And I don't even need to read them. The fact that a product has 688 reviews, what else do I need to know? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what they have to say. I know it's good because that's what they're talking about. So, and then I also get Prime. So Amazon Prime is an investment that I made. It gets everything here in 2 days. A lot of stuff we got in the new offices there. So again, I thought it'd be helpful to just actually pull this up and just show you guys. So there it is. That's the exact lights that I'm recommending to get right there. The Limo Studio. And that's that. Okay. So back to here. Can you guys see my presentation again? Just want to make sure. Boom. And just give me a yeah. Some people, I'm confused. Can you guys see the presentation now, or do you still see the Amazon screen? Uh-oh. Okay, cool. It was a big delay. Sorry about that. Okay, dope. So tripod. Need it. You got to have it. So there's certain clips that are available on Amazon that you guys can see, and it's going to basically hold your phone, but they're like a couple, 12 bucks, I think. Find one that fits your phone. So some of them are very generic where they fit multiple phones, but make sure the size of the tripod mount that you get actually fits your phone. All right, so this is an example of like a small one. Akron. Sherry says Akron makes a good one. So there you go. Find them same way, pull it up on Amazon, look for the reviews. It shouldn't be more than like 12, 15 bucks, something like that, all right? And then next is a microphone. A microphone. So you can get a lavalier mic, no exaggeration, for about 3 bucks. If you really want to splurge, spend 10. And it plugs right into your phone, and it'll record the audio. Makes a big difference, though. And especially if you're going to be kind of far away from the camera, I definitely recommend that you make this small investment. Biggest thing is make sure, say it again, make sure 1,000 gazillion % it's compatible with your phone. Arlene says, do I have a recommendation? Arlene, I don't have a recommendation right now off the top of my head, only because the mics we use right now are different, because we, obviously spending and invest a lot into that. And I don't remember the one I was using, but I mean, literally, if you go on there and type in lavalier mic, you'll be able to see a lot of them. You can just plug in right there. And then, you know what we'll do too, and Ashley, can you note this really quick, is in the members area of the gene pool, can you just put some recommendations? So that way they don't even have to think about it. Cool. So we'll add that. We'll have the team add that in there for you guys, so that way you don't have to think about it. You know what I mean? You can just click the link. Yeah, no problem, Arlene. So that'll be easy for everybody. All right. Let's call there. Let's see. Arlene says she bought 2, neither worked when the phone is facing me. So yeah, Arlene, one thing that you're definitely going to want to do with that mic, because I found issues with it too, it's worth picking up the phone and making the call. You know what I mean? And just call the company and say, hey, does this work with my, Android Note 5 or whatever it is? Just make the call. Christina said she got an extension cord for her mic too. So yeah, I recommend everybody do that. Just make the call. It's a little more extra work, but it'll be worth it so you don't have to go through multiple mics. All right? And then everyone, if you've been working with me for any time now, or if you're new, you guys got to get Camtasia. Get Camtasia. How many of you on here already use Camtasia? All right, how many of you use Camtasia? Cool, good. A lot of people do. So some people use some other stuff, but someone said Snagit, but I'm going to show you why in a minute why we use Camtasia. Look, if you don't have it, it's a 30-day trial. Teresa says she uses QuickTime and iMovie. That's probably fine, right? But I'm going to show you why I specifically like Camtasia. Robbie says, does ScreenFlow work? So those apps are cool, but all they allow you to do is record your screen. But it doesn't actually allow you to do editing. So we'll actually edit videos using Camtasia also. Not just screen capture videos, but actually like making movies. So I'm not sure how ScreenFlow works with that stuff, Robbie. I'm not positive. But I do recommend, if you're not using it, try this. And we'll put a link to the Camtasia inside of the Gene Pool too. Ashley, if you note that also. The link to Camtasia. And actually, please use our affiliate link, please. Thank you. Then again, you guys, you don't have to use this software. This is what I'm recommending, and I'm going to like walk through and show you it today. All right. Next is green screen. Couple bucks on Amazon. One option that you guys have, if you have a wall in your home or in your closet that you really don't care about, then you should get a green screen or just paint it green. So upstairs in the office, we took the whole thing and we just painted it solid green, period. So it's done. Nothing to wrap up, nothing to clean. It's just there all the time. There's a giant ass green wall, and that's worth the investment. All right, and I'll show you an example of that too. Okay, so green screen. So everybody good on the tools, or does anybody have any other technical questions in regards to the tools before we really get into some fun example stuff? Good. Okay. Anything, even if it's a little more on the techier side, that I can answer for you. Okay, cool. So next, we created a short tutorial using Camtasia demonstrating how to remove the green screen and replace it with any background. So Alex and Rena made this to show you guys how simple it is, and I'll actually walk you through it. But this is the reason why we use green screen and why I like Camtasia versus like a screen capture software. All right, so in almost every video that you guys create, there will be a time where you want a different background. And you don't want to spend thousands of dollars to appear like you're on a news station, or to appear like you're in outer space, or appear that you're in the mountains, or something that you want to do, right? There's going to be some way that you want to aesthetically touch up your videos. And so we're going to walk you through the steps of how to do that with Camtasia, okay? And it's as simple as this. First thing you're going to do is you're going to import your video inside of Camtasia. And this works with a few different softwares, people, but this is how to do it with Camtasia. And one thing that I'm going to recommend everybody do is, if you use two monitors, have this tutorial up in one and then have the actual software up in the other, and do it with me. You see what I'm saying? So right now, just pay attention. Then later when you're going through it, you can just do it with me. All right, so import the video, bring it in. Once you do that, make sure that the video with the green screen is on the track, right? So literally, you're just going to drag the actual video of you on the green screen down, and then you're going to put whatever background you want underneath it, like an image underneath it. And I'm going to demonstrate this live on the software, so don't worry too much right now. And then from here, you're going to click in the video, and all we want to do is remove a color. So regardless if you have a green screen or regardless if you have a blue screen, the point is to have one solid color so that when you remove it, the background essentially doesn't exist anymore because you're taking away that color, and you can replace it with whatever you want. So this is what Alex did. So they put their hand on the green screen upstairs, and then they took a picture. And then they selected the green to actually remove there. And once they do that, right, you'll see what happens in this next thing. You can put the background there. So all they're doing here, to make it non-techie at all and keep it simple, is when someone has a green screen, all you're doing is removing that color. So from this, all we're doing is saying, look, we don't want to show any green, and then once it's invisible, the other picture now shows up, and now her hand is in outer space, made with Camtasia free trial. 30s. So simple. So I wanted to walk through that with you. So as you guys see me like live editing here in a moment, I just wanted to be clear on what we were doing. That makes sense to everybody. A lot of you already know this, but it's good to refresh, etc. So any other questions before I get into all specific examples and all that jazz? Arlene says, how sensitive is it? For example, in Photoshop, I would have to select the shadow area. Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure that across the board, it's all green, and make sure it's well lit and bright green, exactly. Because if there are shadows, then it won't remove it, because where there's shadows, it's not green, it's black. So I actually show you an example of that. Okay. Do I want to show you guys this first? Oh, no, I want to go over one more concept first. Okay. So what we're going to be going over this month are different types of videos. Okay? Different types of videos. So I believe all you need to really, 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 really do well with video, to make sales, to make a bunch of money, are three types of videos. Number one, introduction. People need to know who you are. How many of you invested into the gene pool or your camp or clicks into customers because you felt like you knew who I was and who my team was? Like you actually felt like you knew us, even though we may have not met, right? A lot of people, right? We all probably have similar personalities in this group, right? But the only way I was able to do that is through video. It's like I could have wrote something, but there's something different from looking at someone, seeing their body language, their facial expressions, etc., right? And so it's important. Your clients are thinking about that when they're considering working with you. So I believe that everyone needs to have an introduction video, including your clients. Including your clients. So when you have a client and they don't have a video saying who they are and what they do, run the other way, because it's going to be a pain in the ass to bring them leads, sales, etc. in this industry, because video helps that much. All of you know this, but I'll remind you, every single client that we work with, we use video in our advertisement campaigns. Say it again. Every single client that we work with, we use video. All right? That's how important it is. Next is the education series. How many have seen 5 Minutes with Billy Jean or 30 Skills in 30 Nights? Or webinar, right? You guys have probably seen those videos. The education series is huge. It's huge. And so I don't care what it is that you do, a part of your business needs to be putting out content to consistently help people solve challenges that they're facing. So I think that's in 2 weeks from now, or I think that's next week's. So next week, you're going to see me spend a ton of time on showing you guys different ideas of the type of content that you can put out to your marketplace that's easy to do, easy to produce, quick to produce, and that brings you a ton of value. So matter of fact, let me ask you guys, since we're sitting here, how many of you are in the industry right now, you know you need to be doing videos, but you can't think of what videos you should be doing? Give me your industry. If you want to type it in, I can try and brainstorm something for you. But how many of you right now for your service? Dentist, right? Okay, so Raul says dentist. Like, okay, how can you actually stay top of mind in dentist? Well, I believe in a principle, Raul, of something that we do in this company. It's called entertain, educate, execute. Say it again. Entertain, educate, execute, right? So, Raul, dentists do shit every single day that would probably benefit people, right? So, like, I would say probably about 3/4 of this room right now needs to go to the dentist and hasn't been in a while. So, what I would do if I was a dentist is I would choose like 10 things that could really screw people over that can go wrong with your mouth, like gum bleeding, what happens if you don't brush your teeth for a week. And I would just do all these fearful tactics. And I would do a content series of telling people, if you don't do this, this is what happens. So step one, I would probably do something on flossing. Look, guys, I know you're not flossing here. This is what happens if you don't floss. And I would show them the consequence. And I would do my personality. If they're very outgoing, I would kind of make a joke about it. If they have a serious thing, I would kind of like really educate people. Like, look, you need to know this, right? But basically creating like a 10 autoresponder series of emails that are sent out, just showing the different consequences of what happens when you don't get your teeth done. And the call to action at the end is, look, if you want to come in for a free checkup, I don't mind doing that for you. See how that positioning is coming from a place of help? So we're basically saying, here's the problem, here's how you solve it, here's the problem, here's how you solve it. If you're not doing it by yourself, do you want to come in and have me check on it for you? See what I'm saying? So it wasn't crazy, right? Like that's something that anyone can do. Plastic surgeons. So David, when I hear plastic surgeon, I'll give you an idea for that. Plastic surgeons is all about before and afters, right? So think about all the home remodeling shows. Think about that show, Pimp My Ride on MTV. There's so many shows out there where people come. Think about the weight loss transformations. People love to see before and afters. They love it. So I would definitely do a content series for plastic surgeons of showing the process. Hey, this person wanted a nose job, and now look at this. Hey, this person, wanted their ears changed, and now look at this. People love to see that, right? I mean, what are they really doing right there, David? They're demonstrating their value, right? They're demonstrating their skill set, which is going to attract people. And also, too, David, what they're doing is leveraging what they're already doing. Every single day they're doing surgeries, right, David? So if they're doing surgeries every single day, Barry says, so if he's like, okay, in the make money industry, right, like MLM, network marketing, right, which, I'm not a huge fan of, but I still got a lot of friends in the industry who kill it. But for something like that, Barry, it's about helping them actually achieve their goals. So the best way to bring people in, it's very similar to kind of what we do, but help someone make money before they even start working with you. Does everybody get that? Help someone make money before they even start working with you. Period. So for example, how many of you in one of my webinars were able to take, before you started working with us, were able to actually take something that I taught in there and help you automatically make more money? Before you didn't give me anything. Charles says the flash drive. He bought my flash, right? Exactly. That's the key with any kind of business opportunity, is you help somebody make money before they even talk to you. And you guys see it as we attract clients. It's all about giving results in advance. When you can do that, the rest is history. Elizabeth says, we work with sports, events, games, conferences. What's the best method for us to start? We sell tickets to the events, and they also need to know what we do in general. Sports guys don't understand social media or advertising. Well, each one would be different, Elizabeth. And so, for example, it's not like you can do a blanket on all sports, right? There's a different crowd for football versus baseball, soccer, whatever it may be. So for something like an event, usually there's a natural excitement already about it. So automatically my brain goes into some kind of pre-content. So if it was a basketball, okay, here's something for you, Elizabeth. Let's say your client is the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? And LeBron. Now, how many of you, even if you're not really a basketball fan, would love to see a short video series about what the players do to prepare for that big moment? How many of you have seen the show Hard Knocks? The show Hard Knocks, where the cameras follow around an NFL team. Hold on one sec. The show Hard Knocks. Sorry. Yeah, someone says love Hard Knocks. But that's what it's all about, is they show cameras of the team actually practicing before the season. So that's what I would really do, is I want to know more about the people who are putting on the event. Take a concert that you guys have been to. I want to know about more of the artists, what happens before the concert. So something that this guy, DJ Khaled, is doing is he's one of the most followed people on Snapchat. And he's on tour with Beyonce right now. I know you all know who Beyonce is. And if you go to any of his shows, before his show on Snapchat, he shows you everything. The back room, the dressing room, Beyonce walking around, the other celebrities getting ready, before he walks on stage, while he's on stage. He gives you that behind the scenes feel, and you get to see his personality. So for something like that, having a Snapchat leading up to the event is something I would definitely do. Does that make sense, Elizabeth? And to everybody, does everyone kind of get it? And so yeah, it's just, it's going to be different for everyone. The one thing I wouldn't do, Elizabeth, is try and blanket it around all events. I would make it specific to what that crowd actually wants to see, But usually in your case, it is going to revolve around the celebrities or the stars that everybody already has some kind of passion for. So, okay, cool. Let's keep going. Oh, actually, really fast too. The last video I'm going to do in 2 weeks from now is persuasive videos. Like videos to actually sell stuff. So that's going to be cool, because I'm going to give you guys the formula that I use to write all of my videos. There's I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a very specific formula that I follow in all of my videos. I'm going to share that with you guys and give you an outline, so that when you're creating your own videos, you can just follow the outline. So I thought that would be the most helpful thing that I could give you there. Okay, so let's go into this because I got a lot to show you. Guidelines to an introduction video. Guidelines to an introduction video. This is the rest of the video templates I'm going to give you guys in the next coming weeks are very specific, and you need to follow them. But this introduction, there's not a right way to do it. There's just a couple things that you must do. Number one is you have to say who you are and what you do. Okay? Say who you are and what you do. So at a glance, people can understand, my name is Billy Jean, and I help people, I help businesses find customers using paid Instagram and Facebook ads, right? You need to get that out. Next is why you're different than everybody else. But 3, and this is the most important one, is to show your personality. So an introduction video is literally the video that people see the very first time they ever hear about you. Like, they're just going to run across your content. How are they introduced? And remember, introductions go a long way, right? The best way to get introduced is through a friend, through a partner or something. But if not, and someone's going to find you in space, you got to really come with it. So I'm going to show you how we do it at our office. And some of you have seen this, but I'll play it anyway.
Hi, I'm Billy Jean, owner of Qzx900 Are you really bad at selling your product or service on Facebook? Well, I'm not. And I can make you not that bad too. Matter of fact, I can help you. Great. Fly. Who am I? Just a guy who's really good at selling shit on Facebook. I'm a 7-figure ad agency with employees. Would you ever perform open heart surgery on your baby? Of course not. Because you're not a doctor. Neither am I. And I don't understand it. And you're also not a Facebook ad expert spending $1 million a year, right? This week, I'm going to be hosting a free online training to show people like you how to turn crappy Facebook advertisements into golden nuggets. Not only am I going to be answering questions live, I'll also be showing you the exact strategies that my agency and I use every single day to make us and our clients a shitload of money. Stop wasting money on trying to figure out Facebook advertising. It's complicated, ever-changing, and if you make mistakes, it can be expensive. I'm Billy Jean. I'm on the boat. So are they. You can't be too. I'll see you in the training.
So, oh, that video. That video. So, you know, and some of you have seen that before, and some of you actually introduced us to that. So there's a couple things that happen here, and obviously this is extreme, right? We have like cameras and we're using a boat, and like you don't have to do all of that. But the principles are still the same. I said, hey, I'm Billy, and who did I say I was? I'm just a guy who's really good at selling shit on Facebook, right? Like I'm not trying to tell you all of my business and my life story at this point. Just tell you what I do, right? I show you how we're different throughout the entire video, right? Like, I mean, it's so extreme. Like I'm in a superhero costume in the middle of the street, you know, and I'm just out there, right? But the whole idea is to be the audience that you want to attract, you know? And so for me, like, I'm just myself, and I want everyone to see that. Now, there's a lot of people who saw this video who were like, I can't stand him. You know what I mean? Like, he's not for me, right? But then there's some people who, like, hopefully, you know, you guys are like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. I get it. That's Billy's style, right? And some of you warmed up to it. Some of you saw a couple of our videos and it was like, okay, maybe this guy is actually worth a damn. But it may have taken a while, right? But it's important to me to attract like-minded people, so I actually enjoy the process, what I do, teaching, etc. So that's important, is again, you can be as creative as you want with it, but that was just one way that I showed you that we actually do. And I'll show you a couple more too, just to kind of paint different pictures. So Alex just kind of broke it down. Billy Jean, really good at selling shit on Facebook, turn clicks into customers, be yourself. I was an Egyptian, I was Superman in a cape, and I was on a boat, right? So let's get, by the way, is it helpful to show you guys those videos like in context of like what I'm talking about? You know, like I like to show those examples, even though our examples are a little different, right? But I just think it gets the brain juices going of what you can do and, you know, keeping it pretty creative. So how do you introduce yourself, all right? Let's continue on. Number one, most important thing to do, okay? Most important thing to do. Chris says, I like to hear them talk through. Awesome, I'll continue to commentate on it. Be human though. I can't stress it enough. Like the one thing you don't want to do, because my buddy Mike was actually just talking about this the other day. So right now, you're at a time where everyone knows they need to go to video, right? And still, majority of people aren't doing it. So by simply having video, you will be ahead of the curve. But right now, your content actually has to be good too. It actually has to be like somewhat, you know, entertaining and live. So when you're on there, do not just read a script and be robotic. Hey, I'm Dr. Billy, and come into our store today to like that cheesy, like impersonal, like, you know, stage thing does not work well. Matter of fact, even now, because we'll do some really high production videos, right? But sometimes I'll just take out my phone and start recording. Those videos almost always do better. Just me talking on the camera or having a conversation, usually it's just that. So I can't stress to everyone, don't try and be robotic, don't overthink it, just be yourself. Just be yourself and really try and help people with whatever your product or service is. Usually that works. Next is by solving a problem that they're currently facing. Now, I'm probably a broken record on this one, but I can't stress it enough. There's no better way to get someone to become a raving fan than helping them solve a problem that they're currently facing. If you're an attorney, and before they even talk with you, you already gave them some advice on how to file their divorce, on the steps that they have to do to make sure that they don't get screwed over by their significant other. And then by the time they talk to you, they're going to be way more likely to trust you, etc. And so find a problem that you can solve for them before you even speak with them. Product, service, doesn't matter. That's the key, okay? TV says, did that exact thing with an attorney. Exactly, man, it's huge, right? And then number three is you can always impress them. And I'll go into some examples of both of those, okay? And then I'm actually going to go. So be human. And this is the main one on our website. People love this one, but I'll play it.
My name is Billy Jean, and we are Marketing.
My name and who I am and what we do.
Like, status, share,
Comment, poke, friend request. And we are not your average marketing firm. We
Our marketing. Oh, our family shit, I messed up. Then we got the video clips of us in the background. Play a classic song that everybody loves. We actually took a photo shoot, one of the best investments I've ever made. Corny, we match, but it's cute. Wow. That's my favorite right there, the skip. You like it? Days go by, the family. Billy Jeter's Marketing Inc. will never piss you off. So we even throw our humor in there as we're peeing. Uh-oh, left the presentation. Whoopsie. So even throw our humor in there with the will never piss you off. And, you know, some people thought it was funny. Some thought it was just inappropriate. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I thought it was funny to actually have that. So, but again, that video right there, Eric asked a question, said, just curious, no copyright issues there. I usually try and find versions of the songs that were recreated, Eric. You know, that's what you do, but you definitely do have to worry about stuff like that, especially if you're selling a product behind it. And so it is something to be wary of. So what I want to show you guys right now is how simple it can be to put together a freaking slideshow of videos, or slideshow and turn it into videos. Like, you don't need to go on Fiverr to do it. You can, but I'll show you like a really quick way, and I'll actually jump into that right now. But really quick, how many of you saw this before? Just so I know. It's the one thing that we stress a lot is the whole family feel within my company. And even if you guys have seen like our Godfather video, right? Like, we're always about freaking family, family, family. Because when you guys come in, I want it to feel like that. I want you guys to feel comfortable actually calling us, reaching out to us, and that whole thing. So that's important, and that's what I was trying to show there. So now let's actually go into some technical stuff. All right, so I'm going to back out of this. I'm going to pull up Camtasia. All right, so can you guys all see this? I'm in the actual app right now. Ashley says he liked the Mario Kart video too. Nice. Tell me if you guys can actually see my Camtasia screen. Yes, it's confusing because I asked a lot of questions. Can you type Camtasia or something just extra good here? Cool. Okay, good. All right, perfect. So let me show you guys how simple it is to make a video. So I had some things preloaded just so I can do this quickly and actually, you know, show you. But I'm in Camtasia, right? And so I cheated here because I chose my daughter, which I thought was, you know, appropriately cute, right? So there she is. Say hi to Kaya. And I had Alex just grab a bunch of pictures from my Facebook. But look here when I'm making this video. All I'm doing is just, I imported the pictures, right? And I'm just dragging them. So, I mean, anybody can do this, right? I'm not special by this, right? So I put them all there. And so literally, now that they're timed, you're going to automatically see transitions, right? So that's Kaya sitting with a beer. How dare she? That's her. That's my favorite picture of the Xbox, right? And then if I wanted to, I can expand these, and I can just throw them here, right? And I can freaking spread this out, something. It may distort it a little bit, whatever. You guys get the point, though. There's nothing crazy here. And then if I want to get really fancy, I can add a transition in between. So like page turn. So it's like you're reading a book. So I just dragged it between there. Now watch when I hit play. Just turns, right? Little transition. And again, I've done this all in about, you know, a couple seconds here. I didn't do anything crazy yet, right? And so obviously with anything, and here's a good tip for you guys, music makes any moment feel completely different, right? So right now it's pretty empty. You guys just see pictures of my daughter, right? But I promise you I can make this cute by adding this one little effect like this. Wait for it. Actually, let's get right into the song because it seems like there's a long introduction. So I'm making the song shorter. Look, all I did was take the audio here, okay, and I'm just dragging it underneath. Again, nothing crazy here. And that's it. Daddy's little girl. And now the picture's going at the same time. Your phone is ringing at the side. Got some pictures. You know what I'm saying? Butterfly kisses. Right? You ready for it? When butterfly kisses. So, great song, right? So again, there it is. I mean, to really create something that's going to impact people, and again, this was obviously sloppily done, but you guys get the point. What did it really take? I took some images. I used a software that's a free 30-day trial. I put some music on it, and there you go, right? It's pretty straightforward. Now, let me show you how I got the song to make it even easier. Okay? Randy says, how do you put the small video of you talking in the bottom of the corner of the video? Because I take another video and I put it on top of the other video. So right now you see multiple tracks here. So in a second I'm going to add another video to this and I'll show you what that looks like, Randy, in a moment. But let me show you all really quick how I get my music. And some of you may be already doing this, and if you're not, you're going to love me right now because this is the best thing ever. So check it out. Go to YouTube, right? And so here's YouTube. You guys have all been there before, obviously. And then I typed in the song Butterfly Kisses. And I did the one with lyrics, okay? So then I took this URL, all right? And then I went to this website, and everybody note this, okay? And it's YouTube, and you see I just Googled it, YouTube to MP3. Everybody with me there? Just type yes if you're with me. All right? Type yes if you're with me. Cool. Now, I click this first link, YouTube to mp3.org, and it'll take me here. And now I'm going to copy and paste this link, boop, and then I'm going to hit convert video, and then I hit download. And that's how I got the audio file. So then, within Camtasia, it was here. You see Butterfly Kisses, the file right there. Then I just dropped it in. Ta-da! Now I got music on my song. How long did that process take? I mean, obviously I had some of it preloaded, but what? 45 seconds? So, stupid easy. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm showing you guys is, you know, a lot of people get overwhelmed by the tech with it. I'm literally showing you. I just pulled it up. I took pictures of my daughter. I added a popular song that I got on YouTube, right? And that was it. So if someone says, is there copyright issues? I'm not like an attorney, so I don't really know. Most of the time, if you're like just showing it to your group, I don't know this, you're pretty good. But if you're going to be promoting anything, I know there's going to be issues. So I'm going to show you another resource that is really good to do this. But if you just go to audiojungle.com, which you guys have seen me talk about before, you come here and you can literally type in music. So if I didn't want to, so for example, if I know I'm going to be advertising a video, like spending thousands of dollars to promote it, I won't use a song that's on YouTube, right? Maybe a remix of it that's done by like an unknown artist. Maybe I'll have friends remix it. But most of the time, here's your best bet. I come here and I'm going to put emotional. Type it in. You guys watch me as I do this. Pretty simple. And then I'm just going to hit, oh, emotional inspiration. Perfect. Here it is. And there's an emotional song with butterfly kisses. You know what I'm saying? You can make your own lyrics if you want. I don't know. But anyways, that's what it is, right? So simple. Just come to Audio Jungle. I just type it in. You know, let's say I want to rap. You know, I want something a little more upbeat. Here. Uh-oh. If you had one wish, kind of like an 8 Mile feel, right? It's like a remix. Uh-oh. Yeah. Cool. Let's go. Woo! And you can switch them. I don't like that one. And that's how simple it is. Now, let's do something else that I like to do. Is usually with music, a good song is a good song, right? Like you can all agree. Even if you don't like a song, you know it's good and catchy. So what I like to do is I just sort by bestsellers. Like I'm not even going to think about it. I say, okay, this one's got the best sold. They've sold 564 of these. Therefore, people like it the best. So I'm just going to use this one. Okay, that's not very rapish, but for whatever reason, people like it. Or maybe it is. Yeah. Clicks in the customers. Let's go. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, I'm being silly. But here it is, 19 bucks to use the song. So, and that's an expensive one. They have more that are like 7 bucks, you know, 4 bucks, whatever. But how many of you guys, is this pretty helpful to go through this and just show you? Some of this stuff you know, but hopefully there's 1 or 2 tweaks right now that can make all the difference in the world for you. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how helpful is this to go through, show you the video, show you the editing process, just so I know, you know what I mean? I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, cool. I got a lot of 10s there. Okay, good. That makes me happy. Okay, cool. So let's go back into it. All right. And I may be skipping forward in my presentation. Christina says easier than I thought. That's exactly how I want everyone to feel right now, is less overwhelmed, like, okay, this is real. So now I'm going to show you what happens when you actually incorporate real video, like filming and getting on camera. So what I did, like, I'm not kidding, 12 minutes before this call, that's why I was 2 minutes late today, is I was doing this with Alex. So we went upstairs. Somebody asked about my set, and this is what we did. Hold on. Let me bring it down here so the audio is not the same. So I knew I was doing this song. So there it is. We just went upstairs.
And after all that I've done wrong, I must have done something
right.
to deserve it.
I don't even know the words, making shit up.
With butterfly kisses.
Right? So, I mean, that's all I did. We went upstairs and you see the walls painted. Now I want to show you guys something. I did this on purpose. Can anybody tell what's wrong with this picture right now besides the fact I'm singing, which is horrible and everything? Okay, you see the shadow, right? So everyone typed at the same time. You see the shadow. Now, on the right side, I actually used our studio light. On the left side, I did not, and everybody sees the blare. Now, the shadow is not necessarily the problem. The problem is when I actually go to visual properties, and then I click remove color, and then I go to select color, and I find the color I want to remove. See what happened there? Because this wasn't green. It was black. So now I can't just put it on any, background. So that, my friends, right there is what a green screen does. So I just took it away again. So you select the color. If you don't have even lighting, you're screwed. And so exactly, now, someone mentioned it, they're good. I can adjust the tolerance and I can bring it down and I can find a way to make it work, but it's a little bit more difficult, right? And so I can take that and now I can put whatever background on it that I want. So because the song's about butterfly kisses, I'm going to go ahead and expand it. This image, I took an image, the length of this, and now you have me here. Yeah, exactly. So Raul brings up a great point. Make sure you don't, if I was wearing green, it would have taken out my shirt. That's why you can't wear the same color. So great note. But then you can see me here. Now I'm in a room of butterflies, and Alex is about to record.
And after all that I've done wrong, I must have done something right to deserve it.
What the fuck?
With butterfly kisses.
You know what's crazy about it? It's so bad. Like, oh my God. And yet I put this out. It's going to go to thousands of people. So stupid. But anyways, so that's it. I mean, like, again, that's a full-on video with the background, transitions, slideshow. And then someone asked you, how do you put multiple videos on there? So I could kind of take this, right? And then I can go here. And then if I wanted to, I can put a picture of Kaya on top of it, and then I can have, like, I'm singing to her or something, but I would move that background. Or I can have those switch out, you know what I mean? I can drag this up here, so at that point, a different picture comes in, and, you can play with the sizes, and you can just kind of stretch it out and really just have fun with it. And, now I got two pictures here. And then you can see the timeline of events. So literally, I just... See what I'm saying? And then here you go. If you guys really want to get crazy, you can simply go to callouts here. And then I want to say add a callout. And then I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to add some text here and just say, hi, everyone. Welcome to the Gene Pool. Best membership site ever. And I can have that there. I can change the text. Bop. Change the font. Cool. And there it is. So obviously this video makes no sense at all. Like, it's all out of whack. But you see, to make a quote unquote, quality video, it's not really crazy, right? Someone says, which version of Camtasia am I using? I think it's 8 point something, whatever the newest one is updated, but it's also the PC version. So Ruben, if you have a Mac, it may look different. They're completely different softwares on Mac and PC. So same features, but a little different. So cool. That's that. Now, is that helpful everyone go through? Like, anyone have any questions about this? Does someone in here feel like, wow, video is not as bad as I thought? Like, seeing that, like, holy cow, like, to do all this. I mean, that was from song to image to video within nothing. You know, so I just hope everyone feels a little more relieved. Paul says, I often have green glow problems when removing the green background. So a lot of that, Paul, is probably because of the lighting. The brighter you can get those lights and the more even as possible, Paul, the better off you are, man. Someone says they're just blown away by my singing voice, and I get that. I understand that, you know. So someone says you took the pain out to make a video. Cool. All right, Steve has a question. When making a video with an iPhone, it's important to hold the phone in landscape mode. I'm dealing with an orientation problem with my iPhone Movie. This issue video is showing sideways when I'm using Internet Explorer and Firefox, although it works fine with Chrome and Safari. Would Camtasia help with this issue? Steve, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure, but whether you film in landscape or portrait, it shouldn't matter too much. But I can tell you the difference, and I'll point out what Steve's talking about to everyone right now, is let's take these images, for example. This is a portrait right here. You see it's up and down, you know, the rectangular. And then let's take the butterflies. That right there is landscape, left to right, right there. And so what happens is sometimes, and this is important, actually I'll go a little more technical because this is good for everyone to hear. So the whole entire video is in 1280, the dimensions, by 720, which is typically what you want to like put a video on YouTube and for most of the things that you guys are doing. So some of these pictures that aren't 1280 by 720 don't fit, and it automatically puts the black border because I took this picture vertically up and down with my cell phone, right, as opposed to portrait. So now if I wanted to stretch this out, I can do it. However, it's going to distort the picture. See what I'm saying? I had to blow it up, and now it doesn't fit anymore. And so it doesn't really make sense, right? And then if I went wide, then she's just going to look like she has a huge head, a football head, and it gets pixelated, right? So that's why that happens. So you want to try and keep everything the same dimensions. And so 1280 by 720 is typically what you want to do, or 16 by 9, they'll call it. So that's that. So there's my live in the studio, great movie making. Whoa, everyone just had questions at the same time. Oh, my thing got lost. Hold on here. No sound. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Am I back now? No, it's not. Oh, shit. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh, it's connecting audio. What the fuck? Yeah, I think my shit just went out. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Oh, there we go. I was out. I don't know how much you missed. But basically, I was saying you always want to do everything in 1280 by 720. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Or your images get distorted. So there you go. That's a crash course and everything. In addition to that, inside the members area, you guys will see resources to the Camtasia tutorials, and you can go through everything on there. They have really good teaching, and they got some more fun advanced stuff. But everyone, listen. You know, it's Jesse. We just bought a Mark III, so that will be the camera we're using now. So be cool. All right, let's rock and roll and get back to the presentation, shall we? I don't remember where I was. I might have went off script. I might have done everything right there. Let me see. All right, tools, good. We went through that. Green screen. Introduce yourself. Okay, yeah. So I was showing you ways to introduce yourself. So some of you guys have seen this, but when you come and you lead with you're solving a problem and doing it on video is huge. So I want to kind of paint it to you guys this way. Even if you have a service industry, how many of you have been to a fair? Or actually, hold on, before I do that, can you guys see my screen that says solve a problem? And can you see the gene pool right now? Okay, cool. Good. So how many of you have been to a fair? Say, yes, I've been to a fair before, like a big carnival type of fair where they sell like cotton candy and deep fried macaroni and computer juice or whatever the hell it's been, right? Okay. Now, how many of you, and be honest, how many of you have been sold on some random knives or kitchen supplies that you don't need, but the person's demonstration is so on point, it just makes you feel like, I mean, they'll take a knife and they'll cut like cement. They'll put like, it's just crazy, right? Like we've all done it, right? Whether it was knives or, you know, maybe it was a vacuum cleaner, maybe it was getting your shoes clean. Yeah, it's been sold on heat and cold packs. Like there's so many things, but you're always sold because of a really good demonstration. So I want you to think about all of your products and service, and you need to demonstrate it. right? And so if someone says in my business, like, well, Billy, you do lead generation, how can I demonstrate that? Case studies. That's why you guys see me lead with case studies. My case studies are the exact presentations that the knife guy gives you at the fair. See what I'm saying? That's all you're doing. You're demonstrating. It's an infomercial, right? With human, tendencies, so to speak. So what was this one? Okay, yeah, so this is the video. I won't play this whole thing because I don't think I need to. But basically in here, I show my personality and I ask them, look, have you been struggling with Facebook? Well, if so, I can help you. Here's a case study of what I've done. And you guys will have this in the thing if you really want to watch it. But it's what I do to introduce. So this is people's first time meeting me. And as you can see here, I'm on a newscaster background. And all I'm doing right here is asking them if they want to see a case study of me. I think this is like me selling wetsuits. I think this is the example. And I have a lot of different versions of this, but this one's always easiest to show. So it's a short video of me saying, hey, I just sold a bunch of wetsuits. Do you guys want me to play it real fast? It's like 2 minutes or pass it. I don't know how much time we have. I don't want to do it. Let's see here. Some of you have seen it. Let's see, I'll play the beginning.
Lately, there's a lot of buzz going around right now that
It's pixelated like crazy.
On Facebook. Facebook's a scam, and pretty much stay away from Facebook at all costs. Well, if you believe this, then you're missing out on a shitload of money and a huge opportunity for your business.
So basically, I'm calling out skeptics, right? I'm saying, look, you've heard Facebook doesn't work. You know all the rumors, yada, yada, so forth, right? And that's what I put in their head. And then I'm challenging them, and I'm addressing that right now. Is, look, the problem you're solving is Facebook doesn't work. But the reality is it's not Facebook error. It's a user error. You're messing up. And I'm going to show you that right now. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you through my case study. I'm solving a problem, right? So first thing I do is I address the audience criticism about Facebook ads. And then I lead with proof, like tangible, actual results, and then I state the problem at hand and provide the solution all in one. One thing that's really helpful in videos is always be specific. And you heard me say this last month with the writing. Be specific about what you're going to show them. Don't just say, I'm going to create a video to show you how I generated leads. Tell them about what happened. Be specific, like, hey, I sold X amount of dollars on this budget in this amount of time. Makes it feel more real. All you're trying to do is sell trust right here, right? And so newscaster. Now I'm going to show you guys another handy dandy resource that you can use here to find backgrounds. So everyone saw how I was on that newscaster background, right? So one of my favorite services is Video Blocks. And they have different promotions. Right now it says, 1 year for $149 of unlimited downloads. I think they have a promotion where it's like $99 or $67 or something. I think we have a link to. But either way, how many of you have heard of Video Blocks before? Type no if you haven't. I'm actually curious to how many of you don't know what it is, and how many of you do? Video Blocks. Oh shit! Oh, I'm liking the nose. You're gonna love me right now. You're gonna love me. Okay, a couple people do. Scientists found it yesterday. There you go. Check it out. So, newscaster. Typing it in. All right, and there's other sites like this. I'm saying like. Oh, I spelled it wrong, so that's hard to find something when you can't spell. So you can actually get backgrounds right here, period. So I got a membership to this, and let's say I wanted to report here. I can buy this background, right? And then all I have to do is download it, and then all of a sudden I'm on the news, like you guys saw me do already with the editing of this video. Right, I remove the background. So I would do that same process, except putting a picture of butterflies. I just download this. And now guess what? All of a sudden, I'm on the news, baby. So again, nothing crazy. And all I would do here is I would just click download, right? And that's it. Nothing, Yeah, I mean, it's just a real simple. Like, again, so let me give you an example of a mistake that people make so you guys can just pat yourselves on the back for actually working with people on this. But imagine before you knew about video, or even some of you right now who don't know about video. To create a video with someone talking on camera on a newscaster set, you would think it literally cost thousands of dollars to do. And a lot of the times, that's why people overpay. So if someone said, hey, I'm going to charge you $3,000 to do the video, it would totally make sense to you because you don't know any better. But as you guys saw here, we can do this entire video for how much? How much should you really pay for this? Let's say you bought the song, right? You bought a song. Maybe you bought a background. $50? Yeah, $100, right? $100. See what I'm saying? So again, now I'll give you guys here. You guys want a business opportunity? Here you go. Find a company that doesn't have a video, right? Ask them to shoot the video for them, and literally just go on with your cell phone with some lights and record it. Now you're in business. You got your own video production. You can actually probably do a pretty decent job compared to what they were going to pay for. I mean, that's it. So there you go. Tim says, where do we purchase the green screen? Amazon? Yeah, Amazon. 100% Amazon. I think it's pretty cheap. Like $20, $30, $40, depending on which one you get. They got a couple options, Tim. But yeah, so again, this is required for everybody. You guys got to jump on it. It's best. Or just paint a wall green, Tim, is your other option. So, okay, let's come back into the presentation. Yeah, Sherry says if you get a green screen, make sure you get a stand. 100% right. You got to have some way to hang up the green screen. Now, hey, this is actually huge too, and I want everybody to realize this, is with the green screen, you have to make sure there's no wrinkles in it. If you just get a sheet, if there's wrinkles, it's going to create shadows, and it's going to be really hard to edit out. So it needs to be smooth all the way across. You put your phone aside, Ashley? Gotcha. I did. Okay, cool. So the last way to do it, and this is a little more advanced, is impress them. But this video, and you guys have seen it before, but I want to stress it because it's a great way to introduce it. And low-key, we're actually filming another one right now that's going to freaking blow everybody's mind. But basically, I'll tell you what we're doing internally, just because I like to share it. But basically, we're creating another Blitz video, which is basically where we take over a business and we bring them a bunch of customers. Okay? And I'm showing the whole process. I'm literally calling up a random business that's never heard of me, and I'm telling them I'm going to bring you customers, and if I do that for you, will you pay me $1,000 at the end of the day? So I'm showing the whole process from not having any customers to putting $1,000 in my pocket within 24, 48 hours, something like that, to show everybody just how possible this is when you have a skill set. And we're going all out on the production. It's going to be insane. I'm excited to share with everybody, but just remember, you heard it here. But anyways, impressing people is always a cool way to get their attention. How many of you saw this one? How many of you brought you into the Billie Jean world?
So everybody, check it out. For the next 48 hours, we're going to break the record for most amount of massages booked at a massage envy. It's one of the biggest franchises in the world, and we're going to do it at Massage Envy Pacific Beach. Todd Randall owns it. We already do lead generation for a lot of his other companies, and the trick is, he has no idea we're coming. I want everyone at my house at 5 o'clock in the morning, sharp. And we're going to pack up the office. I'm talking our green screens, cameras, computers, whatever it is we need. We're going to their location, we're setting up for the day, and we're going to break this damn record. Mom, aka Cece, I need you to handle all of the landing pages. Rex, the ad copy, I need your best writing, bust out the skills. Gigi, aka Gentle Giant, I need you directing. Nick, I want you editing. So as we're going through this, we're going to need to build a video in real time. Jordan, I want you to oversee the project. Justin, Gina, I want you guys with me. We're going to be handling all the targeting and the demographics to make sure we're showing the advertisements to the right people. Got it? So let's make it happen. It's 7 a.m. We're on our way to Massage Envy Pacific Beach to pull off a Billie Jean Blitz. They have no idea we're coming.
Hey, Billie Jean, good morning. What are you doing here first?
We're taking over your spot. This is my team. Everyone say hi, Todd. Hi, Todd. So if you can do us a huge favor and just stay out of the way and watch us make you a lot of money. Thanks, buddy. Ads ready to go. Targeting is complete. Landing page is complete. Videos ready to be published. Let's go live, baby.
So that was the video. We did it for him, showed him the stats. And this is a necessary step in this. I want to bring this to everyone's attention. Is after we did it and you saw it, the first thing we use here strategically is curiosity, right? Like you start watching the video and you wonder like, okay, what are they really going to do? Is it what's going to happen next? Suspense is always a killer. Think about major TV productions. They get us every week with cliffhangers. We want to know what happens next week. So here, everybody wants to know, okay, what actually happened? So for me, I could have just came on camera and said, oh, we brought him a bunch of leads. And it wouldn't have been nearly as powerful is getting the owner himself on camera and have him testify in front of everybody exactly what happened. When you're a stranger in space, everybody, they're pre-positioned to not believe you, to not trust you. So you need to remember that you always have to overcome those objectives. So someone asked a question, they said, the one thing that's a little overwhelming was the number of team members you had for this, because we don't have that big of a team. Here's the thing. You know the truth about this campaign is, if I had a laptop in my bed, I could have done the same thing, period. We did do the same thing pretty much. But I could have made this from my bed, hung over, watching Shark Tank on a Saturday morning in 2 hours by myself. But if that was the video, do you think people would have watched it as much? Entertain, educate, execute. Entertain, educate, execute. But that's the one thing I'm going to be showing in this one is I want to choose a client that's in a completely different location where we don't even talk to them and show everybody just how powerful this can be using nothing more than a laptop, right? So we're going to show a little bit of a different angle. We're not going to be actually going into the business and setting up and all that jazz. That was just to help people understand it, but that's not what we're going to do in the next one. But anyways, just impressing them. And again, all this is a demonstration, the same guy at the fair. There's so many different ways to do it. I'm just giving you an example of one way that we get down and how we do it, okay? Raul says, when you say execute, can you elaborate on that step? Do what you tell them you're going to do. Solve the problem for them, right? In this case, I'm saying, watch us take over a company and, let's show you, us split a company. So that's exactly what we did. That would be the execution phase. The entertainment was the fun vibe, the suspense, all the extra stuff, and all that good stuff. Okay. Steve says, I just noticed there's a massage enemy near me in Madison, Alabama, and smiled when I saw their sign because I knew something about them. I like it. Okay, so more than anything with videos, and we'll kind of wrap up here for the week, but more than anything with this video, and this is what you all got to understand and own this fact. Listen, all you're selling when you're selling on the internet is trust. Think about it. If someone believes that your product or service is actually going to do what you say it's going to do, then everybody would work with you. For example, if I go up to a business and say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, I'm going to make you $100,000 in the next 3 months. I just need you to cut me a check for $40,000 right now. Well, if they actually knew beyond a shadow of a doubt and they trusted that they were going to get that return, then they would have no problem cutting me the check. You're selling against their trust. If you're running an offer right now and no one's buying it, it's because they don't believe you. And that's what people have to remember, is it doesn't matter how much you believe in your product or service. It matters how much they believe in your product or service, right? So remember, video is nothing more than a fantastic tool to transfer trust. And once someone trusts you, then it makes it way easier for them to give you money. All right? Now, I think there's another slide after this, but I like the way I closed that. Oh, no, there's not. Okay, good. I'm good. A sneak peek of next week. We go into having an educational series and crucial to your business. So you guys saw me kind of brainstorm a couple, but I'm actually going to give you guys a methodology that you can use in all of your respective businesses to start putting out content on a consistent, that's crucial, basis using video. So as every day, you guys should be mailing out, your customers, your prospects, videos to help them convert and build more trust, okay? Brian says, thanks, that was very cool. Yeah, how was today? Guys, honest feedback, right? That's the whole thing, is you got to let me know if I can do something better so I can do that for y'all. But cool, good, a lot of good feedback, fantastic. Yeah, okay, good, cool. And this is what's fun about like the gene pool, right, is we're doing this every month. And so think about it. The end of the year comes, think about how many skills you're going to have and resources to go back to, right? So it'll be fun. And then also, too, like one of my jobs is to stay ahead of the curve. My job is to see what's coming next. So if I see something that I feel like needs to be taught or there's a good way to make money, then you already know I'm going to teach that month. So kind of cool. Steve says, where's the link to Camtasia download it? Alex, can you make sure in the gene pool there's a link for our Camtasia, our affiliate link, please? Yeah. No pee in my pool, that's right. You make this fun and not overwhelming. I feel more like I can do it. Ah, nice, thank you. Well, that's cool. Man, that's what I try and do, so that makes me really happy. Cool, glad that you have that feeling, that experience. Cool. All right, I got camp coming on. How many of you are sticking around for the camp call? I know some of you are in camp, some of you aren't. Ryle says, now I just need customers. Camp, that's what it's all about. Yeah, cool. Got a lot of campers in here. I hate that name, but training camp, it is what it is. Camp call's at 11, I think. Is it 11, Alex? 11, so about 45 minutes here. And how many here are coming out to kick it with us? in San Diego. Are you in this group? Love it. How many people are in here that aren't in camp, that need to be in camp? You keep hearing about it. You keep seeing these strategy sessions of all these people killing it. Ruben, get on the phone. What are you doing? You're super active with our group. What are you doing? Sherry, give us a call, damn it. What's going on? Cheyenne says, quote, everyone needs to be in camp with the smiley. That's my girl. Yeah, you guys got to get on board. And so just for clarity too, so you guys know what camp is basically it's for people who love marketing and really enjoy helping other businesses. And we give you the roadmap to kind of do that. There it is in the short way, you know. But yeah, everybody should be there. Yeah, David, definitely give me a buzz. David, you got my number. You no excuses, man. You give me a buzz. I got a break in between classes. Let's hop on the phone. Love it, Steve. Let us know what we can do to help. Yeah, Ruben, definitely reach out, man. Ashley says camp is where it's at. Ali, you gotta get over here, player. You already know. You should be on the phone with us right now. Crazy. Harvey says camp's the bomb. Love it. Okay, cool. We'll rock and roll. Thank you all for being here again. I'll see you all next week. And next week is really cool. This is probably the most fun I've had teaching in a while with this skill set here, because I never get to talk about video that much, at least the strategies behind it. So it's really fun to share. So. Ruben says, I got a chiro doing stem cell I need help with. That is literally what camp is about, that exact situation. You have clients who have problems, and that's what we do in the group, is solve them. Love it. Okay, cool. Rock and roll. I'll talk to you all later. Be cool, but don't freeze. Thank you all for being here. I hope you got a lot of value from it. That's my job, is to blow your mind every week and to give you something that's going to help you make a lot of money. All right. Eric, so it's camp's an application process, so you have to go to Qzx900customers.com and then use the passcode BOSS, B-O-S-S. And the reason why we do that is because we don't just, oh, okay, cool. Then you should already have it, Eric. You should have it. If not, call us right now or just email AskBillyGene at Gmail so we can make sure. Yeah. Email there so they can just reply right away, Eric. We got you. Cool. All right, I'll see you guys in 45, and I'll see, if not, then I'll see you guys next week. Next week will remain on Tuesday, by the way. We're going back to regular Tuesday. It was just a holiday. Everybody was like kind of coming in town and stuff, so. Cool. Also, the guest speaker this month is dope, so yeah, I'm excited. All right, later, everybody. Ali, if you don't call us today, man, I'm coming after you, buddy. Call us today. You and David, my guys right there. I've talked to both of you. Let's do this. Talk to you all soon.